All right, day 5, segment angle bisector. Let's look at this word bisect. Think about if you've ever been in biology and you heard the word dissect. And to dissect means to cut something, like you dissect a pig, you dissect an earthworm. Okay? To dissect is to cut into something, cut it up. Well, let's look at the word bi. That means two. It's cutting something. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut a segment and an angle into two equal parts. That's the important part. Not just you're cutting it somewhere, you're cutting it into two equal parts. All right, warm-up measurement. Now this is hard to see on your paper because it did not print very well, so just work with me here. Number 1, look at it first and ask yourself, is it an obtuse angle or an acute angle? It's opening this direction, okay? So notice how when I look at the protractor, I either have 50 or 130. And that's where a little common sense kicks in. And that's why we ask ourselves beforehand, is it obtuse or acute? Well, that angle is opening past 90 right here. So it's going past 90 right there and out there. So it can't be a 50-degree angle. It's got to be 130. So there's numbers on the outside and the inside depending on which way the angle opens, like number 2. Notice this one is opening from 0 this way. And it is clearly an acute angle. So we're not going to use what looks like 131. We're going to go with 49. It's not quite to 50 yet. So we'll call it 49 degrees. Number 3, again, acute little angle. So it's not quite to 50. It actually looks 2 ticks short, so that's going to be 48 degrees. And number 4, well, that's clearly obtuse. Big angle going past 90, and that looks like it's hitting at 125. All right, drawing angles. Now, you don't have room to draw all these, but here's how you do it. You start with a straight line, and rulers are very important for this. You've got to use straight lines, not freehand. So first off, on your paper, you would have your line already, and you would lay this on top of it. And you notice you hit the center point there at the end of your line segment, or ray, however you want to label it. It technically is a ray. Okay. Now, for 94 degrees, if we're opening that direction, this direction, we have to go past 90 to right there. And that's all you do, is you put a little dot up there, and then you take your straight edge, and you're going to connect that dot to right there. And that is your 94-degree angle. All right? Now, you can do this in different color pen or different color pencil if you want, but I'm just going to do them on here. So 33 degrees. Okay? 33 degrees. Again, I'm going to look for where 33 would be. If I'm opening up, it's going to be an acute angle. So here's 35. 33 is going to be about right there. And then I'm going to take my straight line, and I'm going to connect from here to there, and that is 33 degrees. 165, where would that be? Well, I would go all the way past 160 out here to 165. I would take my straight edge, and using a different color, I would connect this dot to this dot. For 108, there's 100, 110, so 108 is going to be about right there. That would be 108. It's past 90 degrees. And then 27 will be just under 30, so here's 25. 27 looks about right there. I'll take my straight edge again, and just connect the dots. And there are all my different angles. All right, segment bisector. A pointer line divides the segment into two equal parts. This is huge. Underline, put a star there, whatever. Just circle it. That's extremely important vocabulary. It's got to be equal parts. And that's what these hash marks are for. These mean that AB is congruent to BC. So, for example, if B is the midpoint, that means B is a segment bisector. That means this is a goofy line. This is 21, and this is 21 times 2, 42. Notice it said solve for BC and AC. Okay, well, how do we do this? We don't know how much this is. We're not given a measurement. We're not given an expression. What do we do? Well, it tells me B is the midpoint. That means this piece equals this piece. So you literally just say that equals that. X plus 13 equals 3x minus 9. I'm going to subtract x and get 2x minus 9 equals 13. I'm going to add 9 and get 2x equals 22. And then when I divide by 2, x is 11. Now, I have to look and see, what did it want me to solve for? And it just wanted x. So I'm finished. If it told me to find AB, I do 11 plus 13. BC, 3 times 11 minus 9, which would still give me 24. If it asked me for AC, I'd plug it into 11 plus 13 and then just double it, 48. But it just told me to solve for x. But always look and see what it's asking you to do. All right. Now, this time, hey, we are given an expression for the total. But we're not given anything here. But it says B is the midpoint, which means this piece equals this piece. Which means if this is 2x plus 6, so is this. So this plus this equals that. And that's one way to write it. We can write 2x plus 6 plus 2x plus 6 equals 5x plus 2. So that's 4x plus 12 equals 5x. And I don't know how to write a 5 evidently. 5x plus 2. I'm going to subtract the 4x to keep my x's positive. So when I do that, I'm going to get 12 equals 5x minus 4x is 1x. I'm going to subtract 2 and get x equals 10. Now, notice what it says. Solve for x and AB. What's AB? Just this piece here. So 2 times x plus 6. 2 times 10 plus 6. So AB is 26. Now, another way, it might be a little bit faster for you, is to think 2x plus 6, if I just double it, I get this. And that's going to give me 4x plus 12 equals 5x plus 2. Look familiar? That was the second step right here after I join like terms. So whatever way works for your brain, do it. All right, angle bisectors. Same concept. It's a ray that cuts the angle into two equal, congruent, very important word, angles. Hence the now arc marks, not hash marks. We know that those two pieces are equal. AOB and BOC are congruent. So, OB is an angle bisector, so we know it splits it in two. If AOC is 84, that means the whole angle is 84 degrees. Then find the two other angles. Well, if they're equal to each other, we just take 84 divided by 2 and get 42 degrees each. That's it. Okay, OB is an angle bisector. BOC is 4x plus 6. So this is 4x plus 6. And AOB is 2x plus 14. Always pay attention to your letters. Make sure BOC is that angle, AOB is that angle. They did not give us the total angle. We don't know what it's equal to. Is it equal to 140, 125? It doesn't matter because these two are equal to each other because OB is a bisector. Just like we did with segments. So we're going to put this equal to this. Now let's subtract 2x to keep it positive. I'm going to subtract 6 to the left side and get 8. -6 is 8. Then when I divide by 2, I get x equals 4. Now what did it ask me to do? Find x. I'm finished. But if it asked me to find AOB, I would plug in 4 right here. BOC, plug 4 in right here. AOC, plug it into both and add them, or plug it into one and just double it. Okay, example 6. Again, we have BOC is 3x plus 4. Okay, so we're given this. What was that again? 3x plus 4. And this is why I say be careful. AOC is 8x plus 2. That's the overall angle. That's the whole. But we're not given this. That's our unknown. But remember, this is an angle bisector. These are equal. So this is 3x plus 4 also. So just like segment addition, we can write 3x plus 4 plus 3x plus 4. Or shortcut is 2 times 3x plus 4, because they're equal, equals 8x plus 2. So when I distribute to both, I get 6x plus 8 equals 8x plus 2. I'm going to subtract 6x to keep my x's positive. I'm going to subtract 2 and get 6. And that gives me x equals 3. Now, what did it ask me to solve for? Just x. I'm finished. Again, if I needed to find out anything else beyond that, plug it in. Okay, example 7. Oh, a lot going on here. BD bisects EBC. So this is where it might be good to use colored pencils. EBC is right here. And ED bisects it. There's a lot going on. If EBD is 4x plus 16, that's this part up here. And DBC is 6x plus 4. Then find EBD, the measure of EBD. Well, that's simple enough. I just set them equal to each other because BD is a bisector. So 4x plus 16 equals 6x plus 4. I'm going to subtract 4x again. Again, I'm getting 2x for an answer. Equals 16. I'm going to subtract 4 to get 12. And when I divide by 2, x equals 6. But this time it did say find EBD. Plug it in there. So I'm going to do 4 times 6 plus 16. So that's 24 plus 16. So that means the measure of angle EBD is 40 degrees. All right. Same idea, same drawing, different part. EBD this time is 4x minus 8. So EBD, which is right here, 4x minus 8. EBC, the whole thing, is 5x plus 20. So I'm going to put that down here. Well, remember, this has to be the same because it's a bisector. So therefore, I'm just going to start off with 2 times 4x minus 8, like we did before, equals 5x plus 20. So when I distribute to both, I get 8x minus 16 equals 5x plus 20. Oh, finally we're not going to get 2x. I'm going to subtract 5x to the left, keep my x's positive, which will give me 3x minus 16 equals 20. Then I'm going to add 16, so 3x equals 36. Divide by 3, x is 12. Now it did tell me to find x, which I did. But it also wants EBC, which is the overall angle. 5x plus 20. So I'm going to do 5 times 12 plus 20. So 5 times 12 is 60, plus 20 is 80. So the measure of angle EBC is, what did I say? 80 degrees. There you go. That's it.